the live music capital of the world, some music industry workers tell us they are underpaid by South by Southwest, one of the largest festivals of its kind. While the event claims to pump hundreds of millions into Austin's economy each year, KXAN's Abigail Jones has been investigating the gap between South by's financial effect on the community and the paychecks of those who help make it happen. Abigail, welcome, and thanks so much for being here. We appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
You cover a lot about the live music scene here in the community, so maybe this is understandable that you would look into this. So what got you started looking into this project?
Yeah, so I personally am a big fan of music, a big follower of what goes on in that scene here. Austin is a huge music city, obviously. South by Southwest is one of the biggest events that we have that pertains to that industry here. It's a convergence of media, film, entertainment, music, and that's what the foundation was when South by was established back in the 80s. In the last few years, there have been conversations and concerns about the pay for musicians at South by Southwest with a national union, United Musicians and Allied Workers, creating a campaign called Fair Pay at South by Southwest. That gained the attention of a local musicians union, the Austin Federation of Musicians. So they've been advocating for a few years now for higher pay, and that gained attention from the city too. A couple boards and commissions started talking about whether they were going to include that in planning for South by, and it didn't really go anywhere. So I wanted to look at the pay increases that have happened over the last couple years and why the unions are saying that it's still not enough.
And a lot of that we have covered somewhat in detail over the last few years, but you've really delved into this in this particular project. But South by Southwest just made some headlines recently after its president left that position. What happened there?
They did make headlines. So Hugh Forrest, I actually got to speak with him a couple weeks after South by Southwest ended this year. He was named the president back in December of last year, so this was his first and last South by iteration as president. Penske Media Corporation took ownership of South by Southwest a couple years ago, post-COVID, and they said that it was part of a change-up that they were already planning, and they announced someone from their company, Jenny Connolly, who's an executive vice president over at Penske Media, as the new leader. They said that when that was announced, Hugh decided to step down, but he's very adamant that it wasn't his decision to leave. Now, when I did talk to him a couple weeks after South by, I brought up the concerns about musician pay and asked, why doesn't South by cooperate with the unions as they're saying? And he said, that's just not something that's within the business structure, but after the couple pay increases over the last few years, they want to keep increasing pay for musicians. It just might not happen immediately. And now that he's no longer there, I reached out to Penske to ask if that's a goal for new leadership, and I haven't heard back yet.
Okay, well, in your investigation online at KXAN.com, you have a series of digital short videos, including an interview with Hughes. We want to play a portion of that, so let's take a look now.
I think that fundamentally, our mission statement is South by Southwest helps creative people achieve their goals. We want to, long-term, be able to get more compensation for these artists that are the lifeblood of South by Southwest. We maybe can't get there as quickly as they would like us to get there, but we will get there eventually. Those conversations have certainly helped us to rethink a lot of the things we do with the Music Fest as well as the Film Fest, and we've acted accordingly.
And Abigail, before we wrap up our conversation here, and thanks again for sharing that clip with us for our show, you work as a digital reporter here in our newsroom. We have come to know your bylines on our website very often, but this particular project started as an investigative fellowship with our newsroom. Talk about how that worked and what the process was like for you.
Yeah, so it started as an application process. I was very aware of the conversations surrounding South by Southwest over the last couple years and just interested in, what was going on. So I applied to have that be my topic to investigate, and I was chosen as the fellow for this term. I got to work with the Investigates team to learn data access and visualization, how to access public information and request information, and I learned very useful videography and interview skills from our photographers who aren't in the Investigates department, Frank Martinez and Ed Zavala. So it's been a really great learning moment for me.
And the product there is exemplary. So I want to commend you again for your work that you can find on our website, KXAN.com. But Abigail, thanks again for being with us. We so appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Job well done as well. And if you want to explore all of her stories, you can find that investigation by going online to KXAN.com/soldout right now.